Hi, my name's Jenny, welcome to my channel. For today's video I wanted to look at Christian bullet journaling, how I've personally used a bullet journal to kind of support me in my faith and how it's helped, and then some of the spreads that I've put together in my 2019 bullet journal I thought I'd share with you. So in 2018 I used this bullet journal and I've got the same one again for 2019 just in orange. These are the Dingbats notebooks and I think they are brilliant. They've got really nice thick paper which is very helpful. So for my 2019 bullet journal I decided I'd include a few more specifically and kind of intentionally Christian spreads to kind of help my faith. So the first of these is my Bible study tracker. So I kind of did this in my 2018 bullet journal, but for that one I focused more on chapters of the Bible that I had read, whereas this one I want to go and track the ones that I've actually studied a bit more in depth, ones that I've actually looked at, not just kind of odd ones that I've read here and there. So for this, what I've done is write out each book of the Bible and each number for each chapter. I'll insert an image so that you can actually see what that looks like. So the idea is here that for once I've studied a chapter of a book of the Bible, I will colour in or colour over that number, and then hopefully once I've studied through the whole Bible this will all be coloured in, and then I'll be able to see which books I've studied. So the next spread that I've included follows on from this. So it's a My Favourite Bible Verses spread, and it's kind of what it says on the tin. As I see a Bible verse or something that really either speaks to me or is really important at that time, I'll write it in. And I mean, this could easily end up being like the same verses every year, or just me wanting to include every single verse in the entire Bible. But last year I basically included kind of anything that was really important to me at that specific time or for that specific event. So we've got kind of the passage that we used as the reading for our wedding. I've got the reading that I helped lead the service for my godson's baptism, so that's pretty cool. Actually kind of big important passages like that that I can look back and reflect on and remember kind of why they were so important at that time. So the next spread is my 12 months of challenges spread. Now I wrote a blog about this just recently, so I'll link that below for you to go and read, but basically for this year I want to try and set myself the challenge of completing 12 mini monthly challenges throughout the year that will help me in my faith. So some things like make a prayer diary and pray for each thing every day, try a creative prayer idea each day, study a chapter of a certain book each day to get through a whole book, things like that. So this spread is to kind of track how I'm doing with that. I've written out each month and a kind of a calendar view for each month with a space for me to write in what the goal is for that month. So for January you can see that it's to pray for somebody different each day, pray for a person a day. So after each time I've prayed for a different person each day, I'll colour in the date that I've done it so that I can track how well I've actually kept to these goals. And keep track of which goal is for each month so I know what I'm trying to achieve throughout the year once I've chosen the goals. The next spread is a prayer spread. So for this I've split my page up into 4 boxes and I'm going to pick 4 kind of really big prayers that are, one of them I've chosen already, but the other 3 are kind of, as we go through the year, big things that come up will go in there. So the first one is my health. I've got a few kind of health issues that are being investigated, so this is kind of just to help me kind of pray through these bigger issues that aren't just like a one-step thing, or even just things that like I don't know quite what I want to pray for yet. Like with the health issues, not knowing what it is can sometimes mean I don't know quite what I'm praying for. So this is to help me pray more specifically. Now I did a whole blog post about praying more specifically with 3 different ideas, so I will link that below again. But for this one, basically I'm going to, under the heading of my health for this example, I'm going to write in the specific smaller prayers that I want to pray about, to kind of remind me to pray about those smaller things. So under the heading of my health, for example, I could put something like that I get an appointment soon, or that the appointment goes really well, or that they find out what it is, I get an actual diagnosis, that kind of thing. That just, those smaller prayers, that it's not kind of like everything being fixed, although I'm sure I will be praying that at the same time, but these are kind of to focus on the smaller things that I just want to be really specific in my prayers, and these are just, this spread is just basically to remind me to pray those smaller prayers throughout the time, and then mark off when those prayers have been answered, however they've been answered, whether it's kind of gone the way that I was hoping for or not. I can mark off and see kind of how God has moved in those areas of my life. So the last thing I've included is part of my habit and wellness tracker. So for my habits, I like to track the things that I want to do kind of every day. So prayer, Bible study, but then also other things like whether I do housework on different days, whether I've watered the plants, whether I've done any reading, and I also track kind of learning and creativity, because those are two things that I want to kind of be doing all the time. Maybe not kind of every single day, but kind of consistently throughout the week. But the most important thing on this spread that I include, in my mind, is my gratitude list, gratitude log, gratitude column. Basically it's what am I grateful for today, kind of just one quick thank you to God, kind of what one thing am I super grateful for in this day. Just a reminder each day to thank God for all the things that we've had each day, but kind of just like a really focus down on one thing that I'm super grateful for and need to remind myself to say thank you to God for, which I think is something we can forget very easily. So I like having something tangible, something I've got to write down to remind myself to do that. So those are the Christian bullet journal spreads that I've included in my 2019 bullet journal. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, subscribe, like, do all the things, and I will be posting some more videos very soon, hopefully. Bye!